Today we're going to review and install the rear view safety forward-facing camera, part number RVS-776-FF-RCA. You'll also need the monitor. In this case, we'll be using part number RVS-6233, the rear view safety backup monitor that flips up. All right, now this camera is great for certain parking situations, and on vehicles you really have a hard time seeing, or you have problems with depth perception. This may help you out. So let's go ahead and just pull into a parking spot here. As you can see, we're getting close to our vehicle, and at our height, we're in a high truck compared to a low car, and it's hard to see. Now the camera gives us one extra view to make sure we don't bump into anything. Now in a parking lot, you sometimes may run into the large concrete caps here, and you can see we already missed it. We can't even see it anymore to judge it. With our front mount camera, we got additional view here, and we can go right up to it. As you can see, we got pretty close to the end of our parking spot right here without any issues at all. Now where you mount your camera is going to be different for every vehicle, but you can adjust it up and down as you need to. When we don't have a use for our camera, we can simply fold it flat. All right, now we'll go ahead and show you how we installed it. This is a light overview, but this will work on virtually any vehicle out there. Starting from the camera itself, we'll work our way to the inside of the vehicle. We took our very small camera right here and using provided set screws, we just attached it to the grill right here. It is plastic, but this is a very light camera to work with, so you don't have to worry about reinforcements or anything like that. And then our camera has a wire, and if you trace it back up, ran it behind our grill to its first connection point, which is right here. The connections are very simple. They are weather tight, although I do like to apply a little bit of electric tape just to make sure they stay together. You line up the grooves, and you simply push them together. To the other end here, on this cable, we'll go to a little adapter. Which these two ends match together. These guys just key together. You want to go one way, and there's a little lock knob here. You lock them together, and then there's this weather seal that goes over the top of that. And this other end goes into the extension cable. As you can see, we've got plenty left over for our truck, so I just left our excess right here and continued on running our cable on the inside of the engine compartment. Basically, I followed an existing cable and actually using the clamps for it too. Then I just ran over the wire harness and went straight down below the truck. Now to get the wire on the inside of the vehicle, I use a grommet that's about right here. It's for a parking brake cable. So I just gently pull back my carpet, roll it back up out of the way. There's a nice big grommet right here. I just used a knife and made a slip just big enough to get it started and pulled the rest of it through. Now in some other vehicles, you might find a grommet up on the firewall that might be easier to use. And don't be surprised if you don't have access to that. You may have to drill a hole and install a bushing for your cable to run through. All right, now I simply just ran my cable up behind the dashboard here, following some wires. To make things easier access to our wires and hide them, we're just gonna hide everything behind our fuse panel here. So now we'll take our, the other end of our cable will match up to another adapter cable. Go ahead and slide the cover off. We won't need to worry about it too much because we're on the inside of the vehicle. Okay, and it'll go to the other end with these RC ends. Okay, so we just basically plug matching ends together. This is for a power and ground. Each one has its own power and ground. So you can see we're matching up black to red on both sides. And then for our RCA ends, we just match up color for color. Let's take a moment and go back to our power and ground wires. Of course, there's more than enough here to work with, but we want to use this power from an accessory. So every time the key is on, then power goes to the camera. So to make things easy, I just ran the two together and used a spade terminal and a fuse tap. Now the fuse tap we use is available at any auto parts store. I use a common little brass one with a spade terminal on the end, so it just slides right on over it. So we use a fuse that only comes on when you turn the key on. So we tapped off of that one. That way when you have the key out, there's no power going to the camera and it's not wasting battery power when the truck is off. On a ground, we did the same, made things easy. I just used another butt connector here. I ran my 2 grounds, which are black by the way. Our power is going to be red. Ran to 1 wire here. And I use this bolt right here that goes into the firewall. And I use again another large ring terminal to accommodate that bolt and tighten it down. And that was it. Okay, let's go move on to our monitor now. Now you'll know that the monitor had the 3 matching ends right here. It's power, yellow, and white. Basically, just ran up to the top of here, and this will sit on your dash. Now mounting your monitor is going to be personal preference. So our monitor does come with some double-sided tape to attach to the top of your dashboard wherever you'd like. And with that, that'll finish it for the rear view safety forward-facing camera. Part number RVS-776-FF-RCA.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.